already back. I was watching the stream ready to see what was coming up. Like, no, you're good. You're good. We were like almost ready. It was, by the way, Giovanni won. So I think we were talking about this earlier. Giovanni, top two every time, as far as I know, that he's been here. So we're gonna see. It's also Brian Collins, who won, as you saw. So it's a very interesting. I think there's no overlap here in terms of Pokemon, so it's gonna be very interesting. They're setting up right now. We're getting this out of the way really fast. This is our fastest Gym Challenge Sunday yet. So thank you guys for coming out and being a part of it. And if you want to be a part of it next time, it's March 19th. Yeah, it's the last of Regulation B. This is called now Series 2. The Series formerly called the format sport that used to be called Series 2. You know how it goes. I think we are gonna maybe go off, but yeah, see you in like a few minutes for Brian versus Gio. Oh no, we're gonna keep it on. They are still setting everything up here, so yeah, so I wasn't sure how ready they were, but we are getting into it. They're talking, they're chatting. You know, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. No, I'm just kidding. Everyone's friends here. I'm just messing around. And I think that you know, it's cool too because you see a bunch of people coming here to support each other. I mean, most of the people, obviously not everyone could stay the entire time if they make it to top cut. But look at that. I mean, like everyone's here watching and supporting these amazing players, and that's what we want. We want to see everyone just have a wonderful time, you know. And that is what we are here for. We're doing a surprise trade first. No, I don't think so. Nah, that was funny though. I was like, are we doing a surprise right now? We're gonna get into here. I believe we're doing, yeah, we're gonna do ranked battles. Yay! No, are we gonna do if they match up against each other on ranked battles? No, I'm just kidding. I believe that, yeah, we may. That would be really funny. That wouldn't have. It's like Gio versus Brian on ranked battles. Whoever wins actually gets rating. That'd be cool. No. How do you match up 3 times in a row then? No, I'm just kidding. As you can see, then they're exchanging the team sheets as they connect. So here we get started. Getting their headphones ready. Gio is not a stranger to this position. Top 2, been doing really well over the course of all of Scarlet and Violet. I think Gio's been just kind of commanding these formats, both these formats. Here we go. Let's get into it. You're gonna see Brian on the left. You're gonna see Gio on the right. All right. So on the left, like I said, Brian, Armor Rouge, NDD, Dondozo, Tatsugiri, Iron Hands, Mousehold, Gio, Talonflame, Palafin, Kingambit, Dragonite, Golden Go, Great Tusk. And there. Okay. So very different teams. As you can see, one is that combo, that Armor Rouge, NDD, Tatsugiri, Dondozo combo. The other, just kind of hyper offense. Both teams picked really fast. I couldn't even give an analysis of what potential leads they could have. We're just gonna jump right in and see what happens. Yeah, I think what's cool though about Giovanni's team, it's kind of prepared for Trick Room. There's a lot of possibilities. There's Great Tusk, obviously. And if that doesn't work, you got like Dragonite with Ice Spinner. You know, there's a lot of ways. And we're gonna see Palafin and Dragonite. So there you go. Like I said, Dragonite with Ice Spinner. If you see Armor Rouge, Mousehold. Very interesting. So no terrain setup right away. Mousehold instead coming out to help that Armor Rouge be a friend or 3 to it, and with that friend guard, and just kind of support it. I think Armor Rouge here it's in a solid spot. You don't really need the Terastral right away. You could set that Trick Room. It's a pretty safe Trick Room. I mean, Dragonite does have an Earthquake here. I'm not so sure the Terra either way would be solid, to be honest. We don't necessarily, I think we're going to see it, but I wouldn't, yeah, turn on Mousehold's a really good option here. But I wouldn't be surprised if we go ahead and just see Dragonite go for an Earthquake. If you Earthquake, you got to swap in the Talonflame. You can't Earthquake anything else. If you Earthquake Golden Go, Great Tusk, King Gambit, it's going to get hit heavy. So I wouldn't actually know. I don't know if Terra's necessarily the best bet here. We're going to see Palafin switch out. If it's going to Talonflame, that wouldn't surprise me. It is. So there's a potential Earthquake on the field, which would be good if Brian saw that saw that coming for that Terra because of that. Honestly, like I said, it's a 50-50. It is Choice Band Dragonite, so it probably could knock out if it wasn't. However, I did expect this Terra and Ice Spinnered instead into it. That would have been tough. I think though, and I think we did see it go for U-turn, the Mousehold, which is probably gonna. There's that Earthquake. Yeah, saw it coming. Yeah, that's pretty solid, actually. It's really good for Brian here. U-turn going to go ahead and break that multi-scale on Dragonite. Most likely, I'm going to go ahead and take a guess. That's going to bring in the NDD, which will allow Expanding Force to hit both, and then you just basically spamming Force. Yeah, there goes NDD. Yeah, that's the way to do it. That is the way to do it. That was a real nice play by Brian, expecting that earthquake. I was like, that's the only reason you would want to Terra, and if you saw it coming, then you just Terra, and there it was. So there's that Trick Room. And now, like I said, Helping Hand, Expanding Force. That just does a lot. Talonflame can't Brave Bird either, which puts it in a tough spot, because it would be Psychic Terrain stopped. So you basically are locked into Overheat, which can only go on to Indeedee, which as Indeedee does have the Psychic Seed, so it is yeah, so the Psychic Seed is going to, yeah, that's not gonna Dazzling. Yeah, there's. I was gonna start with Dazzling here, but the Psychic Seed is gonna mean you can't overheat. You can overheat. You can Will-O-Wisp it. It's not gonna. Talonflame's kind of in a really tough spot. Expanding Force with the partner with the Dazzling Gleam picks up a double knockout. A critical hit on Geo's Dragonite. I'm not sure that mattered, but it does contribute to that knockout though. Okay, now Geo is in a relatively tough spot. I think you kind of gotta go. You got your Palafin. Yikes. Palafin's not what you want to be. That is not what you want to have right now. And Great Tusk. Oh, yeah. This is not what you want to be. Oh, we're going to see Great Tusk probably Terrestrial, but even then, I think if that's the case, you just go for an Armor Cannon on Great Tusk and you just Armor Cannon and Dazzling Gleam. That's it. That's it. That's it. You can Expanding Force if it doesn't Terrestrial, but it's going to Terrestrial most likely. Yeah, I mean, you could Terrestrial Palafin, but knowing Iron Hands is the last one, most likely. And then you also, don't forget, you still have Mouse Hold. I'd actually be surprised if the Indeedee switch on out here, but I think we're going to maybe Follow Me. I don't know. There's a Terrestrial on Geo side, which is going to be, yeah, and there's no surprise. Of course, it's Great Tusk, which is a bit risky, because if that Armor Rouge did go for that Armor Cannon, this is the end of that Great Tusk. Not so Great Tusk in this matchup. But Palafin going to protect. Just try and preserve it, stall that Trick Room out, and be surprised if it's a double protect. No, that Great Tusk is going to attack instead. We're going to see Follow Me, which if it's a Headlong Rush or Close Combat, we'll do that. If it's Earthquake, though, which is possible. Expanding Force, solid right now, especially with the Follow Me. It's maybe safer, like I said, if you... It's safer. That still does a heck of a lot on Great Tusk. But yeah, if you know it does that much, why even go for Armor Cannon? It's Focus Sash, so just Expanding Force. Yeah, and it's going to lower its defenses. Yeah, that's really smart. I thought that Terra Steel would get it to like just above half. I didn't expect it to do that much. At this point, you just click Expanding Force, Helping Hand, that's the game. Yeah. Will this knock out Palafin? I don't think it will right off the bat. Yeah, protect. Just stall out the Trick Room. Stall out the Psychic Terrain. Just that's your bet. Full power Psychic Terrain, Helping Handed, or extreme Expanding Force onto Palafin. That's a knockout. It's over. It's over. Yeah, you just click Expanding Force or Armor Cannon. Either one works. Depends on what the terrain. Yeah. Yeah, Armor Cannon because it's super effective. I'd probably just Helping Hand as well. Just yeah. Giovanni forfeits it, and Brian wins game 1. Okay, take a breather. Take a breather. Right. For Geo, you're like, okay, that did not work one bit. How do I stop that? And I think honestly the best bet is to just lead Great Tusk. Lead Great Tusk Talonflame. You can Talonflame. Maybe not Talonflame. Great Tusk Dragonite. Great Tusk Dragonite's the lead you need to go with if you're Geo, I think. Because then you can go for dual Earthquakes. You can go for Ice Spinner. I think I would be just, even if it goes on to Indeedee, it's gonna do good. You're gonna lose. They're gonna lose Expanding Force before they can Trick Room. You gotta go Great Tusk Dragonite. We did see them lead Mouse Hold, which again, Great Tusk Dragonite work really well in that format. Okay, yeah, that's pro smart. That's fine with me. I think it's a good. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe top seed. We might see some switches here out. It's still just Great Tusk Dragonite. Dragonite's really solid, or even just go for like. I mean, we've seen it really is going to come down to like how you can stop Terra Grass Armor Rouge, and I think a lot of people don't even have an answer for that because it's just really good. It's a really, really, really good setter. Like, it does so much that it's insane. Because you can't hit it. If you hit it with anything that really hits its neutral, its types, well, it's going to live it. If you predict the grass, it may not Terra, you know? Golden Go Dragonite, actually, for Giovanni here, while Brian goes for the lead of Mouse Hold Armor Rouge. That's not actually that bad to start. Wouldn't be surprised if we see Trick Room right away, actually. But, yeah, that's a tough one. I think Brian here's still in the favorable position. You do have potential Earthquake, but you're probably going to Terra Astral the Grass. If you Terra Astral the Grass, then an Earthquake doesn't make it rain, probably you'll still live it and get that Trick Room up, and then it could just spam Expanding Force and then go for it. You know, U-turn, same thing that you did in the last matchup. I don't think it's necessarily a huge deal. You could also go for the just straight up hit on Golden Go, that may work, and then go for like Super Ping on Dragonite to get rid of the multi-scale and chip in enough. Or Follow Me, that works too, just to keep your Armor Rouge alive. But honestly, I'm expecting no Protect. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Extreme Speed? No, make it rain first, so no Extreme Speed. I'm gonna move, I'm guessing Ice Spinner here on Dragonite. But Make It Rain's gonna drop Golden Go's attack, doesn't do much on Armor Rouge. I think Geo was expecting a Terra. Aerial Ace. Okay, locks on the Aerial Ace. That's also smart because it is super effective against grass. But at the same time, you're going to not be able to get rid of the terrain when Indeedee comes out, and Indeedee's going to probably come out right now. Armor Rouge went for that Trick Room right away. Yeah, there's no surprise there. Yeah, and now it's the same thing we saw with Indeedee. Yeah, you just Expanding Force, everything. Yeah, you know how it works. Golden Go's in an interesting spot because it could potentially do solid. It could hit Armor Rouge if it doesn't Terra, but I think right now, because if I'm not mistaken, we know Golden Go's -1. Dragonite here went for Aerial Ace. And we saw Trick Room. So they're both at full health with the exception of Golden Go's Life Orb, right? So Dragonite being with multi-scale is interesting. I think personally the best bet would be, we know it's locked onto Aerial Ace, right? I think, okay, that's a bit different. I would go for Protect. You can go for Extreme Speed or 1,000 Expanding. That's still solid. It's probably not going to knock out Dragonite or Golden Go actually, but Golden Go can't really do too much. Expanding Force, yeah, it's going to do solid at least on Dragonite. Almost a knockout. That's actually a massive amount of damage without Helping Hand. Aerial Ace, not going to quite knock out Armor Rouge, but Armor Rouge is going to go down anyway, so Shadow Ball. I'm a bit surprised we didn't see that chip to Indeedee. It's still smart here, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Iron Hands is the last Pokemon, and if you just Thunder Punch on the Golden Go, and you just Dazzling Gleam. And then you leave Giovanni with just your Palafin. Can't really do much, especially not against Iron Hands, which can Terra Grass and resist all of Palafin's 2 water attacks, and then whatever the last Pokemon, which could be Great Tusk. I think you just, like I said, Dazzling Gleam, Thunder Punch. That's basically it. You could Belly Drum, actually, if you want. That may be the call. That might be the right call, considering Golden Go can't really do much. Right now it's -2 in special, -1 special attack. And Shadow Ball, that's about it. Okay, so we're gonna see Dragonite switch. That's the, you gotta have to do that. Goes into King Gambit. Oof. I think knowing that King Gambit's the last Pokemon is maybe a bit of a regret for Belly Drum, considering that you have super effective moves on everything, and the one Pokemon that you, or 2 that you don't, are at low health. So Belly Drum may have been a bit of a mistake. I may have wasted a turn, but it's still max attack, so whatever hit gets hit to a knockout. Dazzling Gleam doesn't do very much. The good news is you still have Indeedee with the Focus Sash. Or sorry, not Focus Sash, with Follow Me. That Make It Rain still does massive on Indeedee, because it's a crit that ignores that special attack drop. Golden Go now -2. Okay, you're in a tough spot, because Brian's in a bit of a tougher spot. You could go for the King Gambit, right? King Gambit also, yeah, I was gonna say Katera Fairy, so you're probably gonna Thunder Punch it. Just that you got a Dazzling Gleam. Honestly, yeah, just Dazzling Gleam. It's probably gonna switch, whatever. Yeah, Gambit. King Gambit switches. Dragonite? I was gonna sacrifice Dragonite here? Yeah. So double knockout here for Brian, unless that happens. Yeah, so Dragonite's going down. Just preserve that Golden Go as much as you can. Switch it out right before the Trick Room expires and resets your special attack, yeah. No surprise on that Thunder Punch. Dazzling Gleam, not going to connect with anything. I still think Geo's in a solid position, even though Brian does have the advantage right now. Brian's down to 2 Pokemon, right? This is the one that really matters. Palafin. Yeah, we kind of just assumed Palafin would be the last Pokemon. I don't know why. It wasn't. We have no reason to believe other than that. I think here, though, it's a tough one. Yeah, I'm not sure that bad. I just realized, yeah, we didn't see Palafin yet. I just kind of had a feeling. What do you do in this case? Do you go for the it's going to be Thunder Punch, but which one? You also Protect, but that would kind of stall out your Trick Room turns. If you go for it on the right, you get rid of the Golden Go for sure. I wouldn't be surprised to just follow me probably. I think Palafin may switch out even. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Okay. Terra Fairy. I was like, what? Palafin protects. Yeah, that's not a bad option. That was an interesting option, actually, the Terra Fairy. Potentially knocking out Goldengo. Okay, the dual protect. Was that? That was a double protect, right? On Goldengo. I'm pretty sure that was a double protect on Goldengo. I think Brian's still in a really solid position. The really is going to come down to that Terra on Iron Hands. I thought that Terra on Dazzling Gleam. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, but that would have been a big mistake because the Trick Room is about to expire really soon. Giovanni has a speed control. Tough part is this. That Palafin is what's tough. Okay, Twisted Dimensions have returned to normal. Goldengo is -2. You're going to live the hits from that, right? Palafin can switch out. A Drain Punch on the left side will pretty much knock out. The thing is, then it could get, yeah, that... I wouldn't necessarily take... I would not, honestly... I think here the best bet is to just go for the Drain Punch onto the left side, go for another Dazzling Gleam. I think Goldengo can... I mean, the best it can do is Shadow Ball. If it make it rains again and you get rid of the left side, then you're in good shape. If it doesn't make it rain, then you knock out Palafin, which is the bigger threat, right? So I think here you just gotta just Terra Drain Punch and then... I don't know if Helping Hand would... Terrestrial coming out. I'm gonna guess that's Goldengo, actually. Maybe Palafin. Oh, it's Iron Hands. Yeah, what am I thinking? I thought it was Geo character there. No, Iron Hands Terrestrial is the right way. Let's do it. Although you do leave yourself a little more susceptible to Make It Rains. Surprised to see Helping Hand. I thought we were going to see Follow Me to negate the Shadow Ball potential, but Make It Rain's probably just as good here. Goldengo has Recover. See, yeah, that's why it's smart, honestly, for Geo. Wave Crash from Palafin going to connect over onto the Indie slot, and now it's Iron Hands versus the World. They are going to, however, Drain Punch. That's I can see now why the Helping Hand was useful. Just in case, but I think it would have knocked out anyways. Palafin's relatively fragile. Like I said, it's Iron Hands versus the World, and it's full health Iron Hands. Good news for Geo. You have your Goldengos have to have health. Your plus your go for some Make It Rains. Bad news, you're -2. Good news, they're Grass type. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Terra Seal. Could be close actually. Yeah, because that King Gambit could Terra Astral Fairy. This is going to come down to who Terras, I think, on Geo's side. If it's a Terra Steel Goldengo, that's going to be the right call, but then you're going to lose your King Gambit. So then, is it enough? Because Iron Hands is Terra Grass, it may be enough. You Drain Punch or Thunder Punch on King Gambit. But then what? Then you got a Thunder Punch of Goldengo, is that going to be enough? It's going to be a 50-50 match. Yeah. Who's going to Terra on the Geo side? That's the question. Gonna be King Gambit. Oh, so that Drain Punch is not gonna... It's gonna go from 4 times weakness to a resistance. Goldengo, kind of a sitting duck, though. So if this does knock out, this is gonna be Brian's game. Make It Rain, -2. Does not quite do 50% on Iron Hands, and it's gonna recover, too. But this King Gambit has Terra Blast. It's not really gonna matter, considering it's Grass type. I think Kabuto, Cleaver, or Iron Head's probably gonna be the best bet here. It doesn't do a ton on Iron Hands, but if it flinch it, Drain Punch, Max Attack, still does solid. Yeah, that Iron Hands may live it. Oh, snap. This may actually be... Yeah, I'm surprised to see Make It Rain. I think Protect's not that bad. Protect's not that bad, so you can scout out which of Geo's Pokemon could Protect, because Geo was really good with Protection, right? Playing with the mind games. Now that the Iron Hands protects, though, we're just going to see basically the same thing. And we do know that, I think here, if you're Brian, you just got to Drain Punch on the King Gambit, recover as much health as you can for Goldengo, right? Gambit is a bit more scary than anything, because Goldengo is also I believe that was 3 now. It cannot reset it. So if you could, it's really just going to come down. The thing is, King Gambit also, it's Assault Vest, so you know it's not going to protect. So like you get a free Drain Punch. You kind of it's written out there. I think if you're Geo, you just got to do the same thing. You got to Iron Head over anything else because of the flinch chance, and then hope your Goldengo does enough damage. Hope you get a crit. That did about 60. It's gonna do less on the next turn. So it's really gonna come down to how much recovery this Iron Hands gets, or if it flinches from an Iron Head. Oh, that's it. That's what Geo needed. Oh. That flinch. Welcome to Pokemon, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that is Pokemon in a nutshell. Any person in this tournament room can tell you how their game has ended because they got flinched. Myself included. That is how Pokemon works. We are going to game 3. Yeah. Brian played it really, really well, to be honest. I mean, you got Geo into the corner there, and that's basically what needed to happen because it led to a 33 HP. If it recovered 30, Make It Rain wouldn't have done enough. So literally, you were down to a flinch. Down to a flinch. Whew. Take a breather once again. Okay, breather. Let's play game 3 of this final matchup. Here we go. This is our top 2. It's Brian Collins, Giovanni Costa. One of them going to walk away with the Gym Challenge Sunday Championship today. And a really nice prize. A lot of cash. Let's play that. I mean, like $60, which is really solid for one day here. Our top 4 all get prizes though. So yeah, that's all. And of course, in the most cheesy way possible, the real prize is the friends that you meet along the way. No, we're here to get top cut. Let's be real. I'm just kidding. Everyone's a big friend here. I'm just messing around. Okay, as for what we're gonna do for this final matchup, I think if you're Brian, just do the same thing you did. I mean, there's no reason to switch it up because yeah, I don't think there's any way that. I don't think Dondozo Tatsugiri is really going to be that bad of it. I mean, you could. You still got to leave armor, so. You're going to see Tatsugiri? Yeah, we're going to see Tatsugiri. It could work. It's not bad against Palafin, actually, and it hits quite a bit. But tough part with it is that Iron Hands just was so good with Belly Drum. I first thought Belly Drum, I was like, oh, it's a wasted turn. But no, it worked. It worked really well. Those Drain Punches onto the Terra Fairy King Gambit would have won the game. But no, that's just one of those matches. Goldengo Palafin leading on Geo's side. Brian leading Armory Dondozo. Yeah, kind of an interesting matchup. Out here, this is a really interesting matchup. To be honest, I think you could just swap your Armors right out, go into Tatsugiri, get your Tatsu Dozo combo up, and just Earthquake. Goldengo goes down to that, and then Palafin takes a hefty amount, and if you go, the only thing that would really be not take that nicely would be Dragonite. But then you got Order Ups, so you can get rid of it. Like you get hit it. Oh. What? Okay. I mean, that's not that bad. Let's go straight up attack. Go for if that's a Dragonite, switch out. No switch out. No switch out. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna see there's Terragrass Armor. I mean, yeah, this is not a dumb option at all. You're gonna have to Terragrass no matter what. That not only negates the water attacks from Palafin, but also the ghost attacks from Goldengo. Got it all. There's an example of that. That still does a lot on the Armarouge, but it's not gonna be enough for Palafin to KO here. The Haze gonna remove any stat changes, and guess what that means? Bye-bye Tatsugiri stat changes. I think that's why the Tatsugiri was scared to come out here. But it doesn't matter, because Tatsugiri can come out, and that Goldengo's gone. And now Giovanni has lost a bit of offensive pressure. I think this is what's interesting. The pressure is on right now for Brian, because that was a really good not switch into Tatsugiri there. Free Order Up. It's not going to be much. Also, I did not realize that the sushi changes in the Tatsugiris when Tatsugiri's in play. Dragonite coming in. Honestly, switch to NDD. This is a good switch into NDD, I think. Yeah, Armorouge is probably going to switch. No, see, I think Dondozo will probably stay. I think we're Dragonite. It's a bit of a risk. Ice Spinner. Get that terrain gone, because that's what NDD is going to be banking on. If Palafin switching out, needs to go into hero form, so it's going to definitely switch out. I'm guessing King Gambit's going to last one. Yeah. No surprise there. No surprise in that one. That is really solid for once that Tatsu Dozo combo comes out. Actually, this is not a bad combo for Tatsugiri Dondozo, because you have Order Up, you have also Dragonite, right? Just, again, if this is I think the right call would be Ice Spinner, switch to Palafin, right? Or against the Ice Spinner. Or are we going to just see something else? Earthquake. And it's not going to be Earthquake. It's going to be, if anything, Aerial Ace or Extreme Speed. I think Ice Spinner. Is Geo going for Terra Normal? Is it go for extreme speed? Did Gio not call that NDD coming out? We're going to find out. If this goes for extreme speed, that's going to be really bad. Oh, that is choice band extreme. You can't. Oh, that is not what you wanted to do. That is not at all what you wanted to see. Oh, yikes. You just click Earthquake and you win. This is Brian's. This is a real good game for Brian. Oh, Gio didn't expect that. I'm a bit surprised at that, to be honest. Palafin in a really tough position too, because it's only got Wave Crashes. Its only attacking move. It can haze the Tatsugiri Dondozo, but still, at that point, this King Gambit's gonna go down. Yeah, and then after that, Tatsugiri is just a good Pokemon in general, because the 4 times are just water and can go for Draco Meteor. So as long as this chips Palafin and knocks out King Gambit, then Brian's in a really good spot. Oh, the stat boost. You can see everyone in the room is just watching intensely. Like, literally all eyes are on the screen here. Dondozo goes for that Earthquake. Obviously, it's not going to hit the Tatsugiri because it's in the Dondozo's mouth. That Earthquake doesn't quite knock out King Gambit, but it puts Palafin in a position where it can do solid. Palafin's going to probably haze, but I don't think you need to... I don't think you need to worry about that, to be honest. I don't... this Tatsugiri, Dondozo. Palafin protects. It's going to be basically another Kaito Cleave on Brian's side. I think that... I think you just got Earthquake again. I think he was scared of the Earthquake because of the Dragonite, but still, like, just Earthquake. Just double... Okay, I think that may be in case Palafin switches out, so you can get rid of the Dragonite. But still, because Kaito Cleave's not going to matter. Yeah, I'm actually surprised Dondozo outsped, but that's smart. But still, even then... I'm surprised we didn't see Earthquakes, because they're going to get recoil as well. There's probably a reason for that, but, you know, there's we're going to see... I wouldn't be surprised to see Rest. The Dragonite's going to come out. The terrain's still up, so you're faster. So, like, Rest. Just Rest. Or Earthquake. Okay, just get rid of King Gambit, and then you can win with anything. It's still a risky play. You're going to obviously get rid of the King Gambit. Dragonite has to lock on to something that is not extreme speed. Got it. I think it's gonna be Earthquake. Full power. Right. Aerial Ace. Okay. Didn't want to risk getting rid of the King Gambit. I think it's it though. That's it. Because Dragonite's locked. I think Brian's gonna take this game home just with a Wave Crash. That's it. It's a forfeit. I believe, and with that, Brian Collins wins Gym Challenge Sunday. What a match. And you know what's interesting with Brian's team? We've been seeing Brian come here a bunch of times, and just seeing his team evolve. We saw Armarouge NDD, we saw that combo just kind of blossom, and then eventually we saw Dondozo Terra Steel and kind of fit into it, and now that Series 2 is almost at an end here, we got just about a month left of it. It's awesome to see this finalized version of this team win a tournament. It did a really good job. I mean, just positioning, and like we said with Brian held on with the Iron Hands though. It just really overpowered Giovanni's team, and it shows that synergy between Pokemon is so important in this game, because Armarouge and ADD works really well, Dondozo Tatsugiri works really well, and then Iron Hands works on its own, and Mouse holds great support for all of them. So the synergy between all of Brian's team really was what I think made him victorious today. But thank you all for watching today back in your Twitch home